Good win by Southern Illinois from start to finish. I thought they did a good job on both ends of the floor, and we didn't, so give them credit for winning the basketball game. But I also thought Hensley, Deba, as well as Davis, did a good job making individual plays and getting downhill, finding their teammates. So give those guys credit.
Seemed like they really knocked you guys back in your heels in the early going, took it to you.
Yeah, just you can practice something. You got to carry it to the floor. Breakdowns defensively. Thought we were passive offensively instead of being aggressive. Turn the corner, make plays. And I think the toughest thing when you're switching 1 through 5, which they were doing, and outside of Mike, but our other bigs, when they have a guard on, we got to be able to capitalize on that. We got a smaller guy. We got to be able to get high-low action, score the ball, because we can't allow guards to switch on big guys and not get something out of that action. That's hard.
Guys in here, we're talking about the lack of attention to detail throughout the game, throughout this losing streak. Just what are you noticing that it goes from, like you said, bringing practice over to the game?
I just think it's sustaining. You take the practice to the floor. You practice, you have good energy, but now you have to focus on the task at hand. You got to be able to take pride in doing it. I just think you have to do what you have to do in order to be successful. And in my opinion, it's not very complicated, but those one breakdown here, one breakdown, they add up, and you got to be assertive on the other end. And then you can't really hang your head on the offensive side of the ball, because if your shot isn't falling, you got to have something to hang your head on the other side of the ball, and I think that's the biggest key.
Michael talked about accountability, the guys holding each other accountable. Just what are you noticing with that overlooking the locker room?
Oh, they're good guys. They do what they're asked to do, but accountability is real simple. I'm not sure. So when he says accountability, what he probably means is, because guys do what they do to go to class, they work hard, they come to the gym. But the accountability when I played, so I can't speak about this locker room, the first breakdown as a captain, I was a captain as a sophomore, but as a freshman, the first breakdown, I'm addressing that the first time. Again, it's a level of leadership when you consume with winning, when it's all you know is winning, when it's all you have. So for me, just being a leader, if this is what we're supposed to do, this is how we're doing it. If not, coach, get him out of the game. If not, we're going to go in the gym extra. I think the one downside when you have good guys, and they're all good guys, did a great job in the classroom, so all that. Now the flip side, when you got to get, some say down and dirty, you got to scratch and claw and dig deep. But if you've never had a shovel before, you don't know what it means to dig. So accountability is me addressing you. Now, my way of addressing guys when I play is a little different. It's 20 years ago. I'm going to make sure you get my point. Because you can see it in my eyes what it meant to me. Trying to say it as sweet as I can say it, because there's probably kids listening and reading and all that. But man, for me, it was a street fight when I stepped on the floor. Like, this is what we're doing. If my shot wasn't falling, yours wasn't either. That's how I played the game. And we have to get there. And we have guys growing into that, because that's something, if you've never felt that, never had to do that, that's hard. So it's my job as a coach to make sure I infuse that in the locker room. So again, it's not blaming anybody. It's just you understand it's what it is, and you have to incorporate that in your locker room. But these guys are trying. They put their heart at it. Wonderful, wonderful guys. But again, when you have to dig deep, if you've never had a shovel, it's hard to dig.
Does not having Des make this much of a difference?
You got a guy that scores for you, but we were 0-6 with Des. But a guy that can make shots, you're 0-6 with him. So we're all in this fight together.
Coach, Michael also talked about how, for whatever reason, right, the confidence right now for that locker room feels a little low, for whatever reason it is. Again, right, how do you evoke it? How do you still?
I would imagine so.
To try to bring back the confidence.
I would imagine so. Just work. As simple as that. You can, all the magic tricks, whatever you want to do. You can do anything, say anything. You can watch a movie. You can go watch Vince Lombardi, Bo Schembechler, all those guys. At the end of the day, you got to dig deep, and it's got to be inside. You got to scratch and claw and get your way out of it. That's as simple as that. You can watch motivational videos. You have to dig deep, find the grit, the passion within you to get it done, and it'll get done. But again, it's an uncomfortable feeling if you've never been there before, meaning had to dig. And we have a lot of wonderful guys, and now that's what they're learning. And they're learning from one of the best teachers in the world at that.
Just talking to the guys that were in here, just, it's a prideful group that, this isn't what they expected. Chase comes from a program that all it did was win last year, and just where are you the most hopeful when you look at some of these, getting this turned around, getting some wins?
It's easy for me to answer that question. All you got to just look on the news, look at California. I mean, if I'm here, this program will win at a high level. You're going through it right now. It's part of it. Who are we not to go through it? Earn your way out of it. I mean, there's no snap the finger, okay, yeah, fight your way out of it. That's life. I mean, people losing homes, $1 million homes, homeless people have no place to go in California, and you talking about a basketball game, you scratch and claw and fight your way out of that. That's life. Nobody owes you nothing. You got to take it. And that's it. So for me, I find joy in competing. And it's my true passion to get better next day in practice, finding ways, maintain fresh legs, keep guys enthusiastic about the next one because it'll turn.
Do you have friends and stuff that going through that from your time at Cal? Or just
well, that's in the LA area. So I know people, yes, that have gone through, but not people I grew up with, yes. But I know people, many coaches, many people, yes.
Yeah. Coach, I asked your son if he thought maybe a players-only meeting, and he said, yeah, just kind of on the table. I mean, do you feel like that group collectively needs to get together and say, hey, guys, we got to do something? Because as your son said, you guys can scout, you can prepare, you can simulate, but someone's got to have a fire.
I mean, if they choose the desire to do that, nothing wrong with that. But again, like I said, these are good guys. I mean, they really are. So it's not like you have a really good player here, and this guy got attitude, this guy shows up late, this guy's fighting that guy, this guy. I mean, they're good guys. So you can have the meeting. Again, I try to be respectful of the space that I'm here because I don't want wide writing about it. Coach said start a fight in the locker room, so I'm not saying that. But again, okay, I'll give you an example. I remember here when we played here, my sophomore year, we played Missouri State, SMS at the time. We beat them 51-50. I don't know what the score was. We were probably number 9 in the country. We were 9-0. We come in at the halftime here. That was a tight game. Coach Spoon did a phenomenal job with his team. We ended up winning the game 1 or 2 points. In the locker room, I got tears in my eyes, basically like guys holding guys accountable, like that's at the half, because it was in my soul. So that's the difference. So to have a meeting, if you don't have that in you, then where are you going with the meeting? You're just having a meeting because they're already good guys. They do a great job of hanging out together. All that. So everything you want to. All the companies here in town, these guys will be working for somebody. So I don't want our fans to be discouraged. Like, yeah, you want to win. I'm with that as fans. But these are phenomenal young men. I want to be clear there. But part of it, I didn't do my job in helping them infuse some of me in there. Maybe not the talent, but my biggest goal, I didn't want no chaos in and around the team as you build it and you incorporate. Yeah, but it's, them having a meeting, that's fine. But they always meet, they're always together. They do a great job in the locker room. But man, it's got to be in your soul, and you got to know how to dig. And because if you have a meeting, what are you saying in the meeting?